is something about a cake that makes CWA ladies froth at the mouth. Their shaky, wrinkled hands itch to fill a cake batter with sultanas, even though we all know that's blasphemy to the cake god. And I will have to discreetly spit out the yucky fruits into the palm of my hand, coated in saliva and cake crumbs, and hold them in my fist for an hour, while the CWA ladies discuss their grandchildren and how little Susie is all grown up. And how she and I are so close in age, and that we basically grew up together, and that she'd be in town next week, and I'd have to say hello, even though I've never met Susie. And we did not grow up together, and saliva is starting to drip from my clenched fist. These are the same ladies who tell me I've gotten just a bit fat before stuffing my cheeks with sultana cake and discussing how my mum can get funding to send me to boarding school. They meet in small halls or in quiet churches like tiny ninjas and cry for women, burn for women, yell for women, for as many that stretch across this Australian plain. The word fragile does not line their spines. They have survived floods, droughts, husbands, put out a bushfire, and maybe started their own fires a time or two. When Linda had her baby, they took turns cooking meals to take over. They spoke to her, checked her cesarean scar, brushed her hair, and knitted woolly beanies for the baby. When Sheila was run over and reversed over by the copper's son outside of the pub last Friday night, the CWA ladies mended her scrapes, taught her how to use a .22 rifle, and helped pick out her name for her new bull terrier, Rosie. When I told them that the bruises on my arms were from the magpie that lived in a gum tree near the house on the corner, they baked a cake filled to the brim with sultanas and took it to the house of the boy who actually hurt me. At the next meeting, each woman told me that they spat in the batter. These old cracked nurses, old bushwives, gillaroos and cockies, who have sewn their own wounds back together with the same needle and thread that won them first prize in needlework at the local show. They are some of the first women who taught me that mothering is not just to your own child. And while the droughts and fists and floods will still batter the women in these small towns, and the CWA ladies won't be able to save them all, I recite the pledge hand on heart, through country women, for country women, and will believe truly that God is a woman. My second poem is called I Am a Bad Girlfriend. I think maybe I am bad at loving people. My high school boyfriend Lachlan called periods gross, so I finger painted bloody love hearts on the walls of his bedroom. My situationship Laura said I wasn't feminine enough for her, so I suffocated her in pink chiffon and bedazzled her lifeless eyes. My friends with benefits Tom gaslighted me after I questioned our relationship, so I blew up his car. My one-night stand Alex from Tinder pinched my tummy fat while I stood in my lingerie and said that I probably needed to lose weight, but it was okay. He liked bigger girls. So I stood on the end of his bed and dove my elbow into him like on WWE. My most recent ex, Josh, cheated on me with Stacey from the club and then blamed Stacey. Oh, she seduced me. So Stacey and I started a female identifying cult where Josh was Satan. Everything ended in flames, especially Tom's car. And I would wander home from their houses, retracing old paths like a finger sliding down a pelvic bone. I'd unlock the door, pour a glass of champagne, a celebration, lie in the bathtub and hum in time with the sound of my vibrator, my tummy pouring over the bubbles. My mother would call, "Would you just let someone love you?" As if I had excluded her as well. Maybe I am bad at loving. What is it that they say? Love is all about sacrifices. I slaughtered a goat for a girl once. She said it wasn't enough. But it's enough for a god, I said. She left like that meant nothing. I knew what she wanted though. She wanted me to offer myself up to the altar, lay naked with my own neck slit while she cried over my corpse. Everyone wants someone to die for them, but I don't want to die. And while the walk home from an ex's house is always lonely, the hurls of their insults twinkling like a wind chime in my ears, bitch, psycho, fatty. I think of my soft belly and its rounded edges, my lips on a cool glass of champagne, the feel of my own orgasm bubbling in my body, and I think no one could love me like this. I'm good at loving myself, and that is even more rare, more wanted than being loved by others. So when my mother asks, why won't you let anyone love you? I simply say, because a goat should be enough. Thank you.